What's good? It's musicnickproducerplace.net. Today I want to break down a sample in beat I made, something sort of for someone I had in mind like Dro Kenji. So it's just kind of like guitar, piano, emotional type shit. So I'll play what we got right here and then I'll break down how we made it. Alright, so basically, let's break that down. How did we begin? Let's see. First, we've got our beautiful guitar. And how did we get that? Well, we got this baby right here. Now you can tell that's just the same thing repeated. Same thing, repeat. So basically, I was right here. I basically made like a bar chord, like these two fingers on here, this one right here. So we're just like really high up on the guitar there, and I've just kind of got some like long fingernails right now. So like just like. And then we basically just did this. That's all the guitar that we played, was those two rhythms. Those two rhythms on that one chord. That's all we did, and that got us, we basically just chopped pieces that we liked into time and did this. Kind of plays a little bit different each time. You can tell like it's a different one, I just kept playing it. And then we just played the arpeggiated version, but brought it down an octave. So it's literally just that one hand position on the guitar. The guitar couldn't be simpler. Like, I'm not that good at guitar, but I know how to play. So really, like, it comes down to playing something simple and then making it sound good in FL Studio. I'm better at FL Studio than at guitar. So simple guitar and then spice it up in FL Studio. And really, we didn't do too many effects on those, honestly. We really just put a very slight ambient echo on the high-pitched guitar, EQ'd it, just cut out the lows basically, and then stereo imaged it just to pull it over to the right a little bit. And then on guitar 2 we did the same thing, just some EQ, a little bit extra EQ on the second one, stereo imager, and then we just added this one extra filtered parametric EQ just for like this one section right here. We cut out a bunch of the frequencies and just make it more background, but otherwise, yeah, just kind of like EQ the guitar, didn't really add too much shit to it. But then I was like, all right, I can't just have this one note just playing the whole entire time. So that was like D sharp is what that was. So it's like, I can't just have D sharp going the whole time. So I pulled up an Analog Lab piano, and first I wrote this big old thing right here. See, I found D sharp. I think I was in D sharp major. So we basically just made these simple chords. These are just like the, if we were to bring it down to A, you can see it's just, or to bring it to C rather, which would be all the white keys. You can see it's just C, E, G, C, E, G, B, E, G, A, D, G, D, D, E. So like, yeah, I don't know, very simple, just kind of going down the scale there. Going down the scale, keeping it pretty repetitive. So, and then having some like filler notes in there. So it's up to D sharp. The goal here was basically like I wanted to have the chords but then have it broken apart, so there's pretty much notes being played on almost every single like eighth note basically. Trying to add some bounce. And because we had boom ba ba ba, had lots of space in that, I wanted this to sort of fill in the space of the guitar. So those kind of play together. But then there's definite tension because the guitar stays on D sharp. This goes down to D and C, so there's definitely tension, especially right here. there's some tension there, and also like when I recorded this guitar yesterday, I was just straight vibing out. I wasn't even like planning on making a beat. I was just playing. I played that thing, and I was like, oh, I gotta record that before I forget. It sounds sick. I didn't even tune the guitar like an idiot, so like the guitar might not be perfectly in tune, but fuck it, it sounds good altogether. Last thing we did, we just went to like one shot. I think it was the vegan one shot. I think that's why it still clicked right there. Vegan one shot. I think it was Plux, probably. Yeah, grabbed that, but pretty much just put the attack up just ever so slightly, and just basically followed along. You could beforehand, before I split by channel, you could see the ghost notes of the piano. We basically just followed the similar notes of the piano, so those played together really well. I just needed something for that high frequency. The piano, again, just fucking added EQ. Just EQ'd and imagered. And then we did add a pretty good amount of reverb, though, to that last piece, that one shot. But otherwise, very simple. Not a lot of effects anywhere on here. Just EQs and shit, mostly. Add this right here, yeah, Waves cassette. Then we took it off and we put on all these things after we took it, put it down 100 cents. Then we added on EQ, compressor, mid-side matrix, and another EQ, and then we bounced that again, and that was the final thing we had right here. So yeah, that's a sample. Let me show you the drums I put on it. Alright, here's the drums we're working with. Again, as simple as can be in the mixer, just parametric EQ2 on everything, and then just nothing on the 808 or kick. It's really just like the leveling and the panning and like the sound selection that this comes down to. I was really feeling like I wanted to have a I didn't want a snare or clap, I wanted a rim. I've been really enjoying this rim lately, this Pyrex rim. So we got that in there. I always recommend, if you go in here, you know, normalize your sound. Sometimes trim it if you need to, depending on like how it is. And then just hit this clip right here, hit clip, and then boost it. It'll just make your shit hit hard. If your shit's not hitting hard enough, make sure you go into this section right here and boost that shit with clip turned on. Really simple hi-hat. Just two-step until those. That's all it is. It has one roll on the end, and those rolls lead into the open hat. And those open hats we just have on the first of each one, just as simple as can be. And then we added in, we have no other open hats, but we did add in these rolls where like open hats would normally be. These are like the Nick Mira Touch Kid Volume 1 rolls. So those just alternate on the normal spots where you would have like an open hat probably. And then I wanted to have an 808 that had a lot of bass to it, and I'd like a kind of short 808 with a lot of like bass to it. So I like this Go 808 from 808, and it's from the artist 808 and Post 20 drum kit. So we add that in there. Just pretty much followed the mood notes of the piano like we were looking at earlier. How it kind of just descends, and then of course just adding the Barry kick to be layered in on that, because I think it just punches through. I really like the way that 808 and kick go together. If you watch my videos, you know I use the Barry kick all the time, but I especially really like it with the Go 808. And then, you know, we just did the arrangement like we talked about. Just pretty much had it go in order like we said. Just adding in before and after the chorus here. We just kind of use this one particular section where it's just like both the guitars together as like a transition. But anyway, yeah, we added in the halftime and like an EQ to the bass at the end. Had it fade out. Otherwise, yeah, I'll play out the final beat here. Hope you're inspired, hope you learned something. Just keeping it really simple, and I don't have to go crazy, just a couple simple ideas laid on top of each other, give it a good vibe, give it some good emotions, some catchy, simple, bouncy drums, and yeah, you'll be good. So hope this inspires you. Go cook up today. Happy Sunday. Appreciate being here, appreciate all watching. Producerplace.net, go peep it, grab a sweatshirt, grab whatever, man. We're gonna be coming out with some new designs soon, some new packs and shit, several packs and shit. So go peep what we got right now before it's gone. And yeah, here's the final beat. Peace.